Hey guys, in our last video we talked about buttons, and this video I'm going to talk about images. So let's just go ahead and add a page called as images, and then we'll put images on that page to show how you can add images in Xamarin app. Okay, and I have added this page. Let me go ahead and change the startup page here. Awesome. Now, so there are three ways you can show images, display images on your screen. One way is you can put your image in the local resource folder of Android and iOS, and then you can access those images and show on your screen. The disadvantage with that approach is you'll have to maintain different copies of images in different projects of Android and iOS. Another way you can show images where you don't have to maintain copies of images is you can download the image from internet and then show it on your screen. But then again, you'll have to access internet and then download the image every time the screen loads. The third way is you can have an embedded resource in your main project in your Xamarin app, and you can push that image on Android and iOS and show it on both those devices, and that way you don't have to maintain different copies of images. Let's just first get started with local approach, where I'm going to add the image in this drawable folder. Even if you see this drawable folder, it's not really there. So if you open the app, if you open the folder, it's not there. I'm gonna add that folder here. Nice. And then I'm going to copy this Windows logo in this drawable folder. Awesome. So this Windows logo is added in our Android project. To show this image, we have to just add an image tag and say source as win logo.png. That's the file name, which is this file name. Awesome. Let's run this and see how it looks like. And the reason why you have different folders here is because let's say if you want to show a different image on a different screen, on TV or on the watch. So that's the reason why these folders are there. You can show a different resolution of images for different devices, or you can totally show a different image for different device if you want to. So there you go. I added a Windows logo and I can see that Windows logo on my screen. Awesome. So I'm gonna add a label here to show to say that it's a Windows logo, and increase the font size to large. Awesome. So this is one way you can show. One thing that I want to talk about is you can convert your image into image button. Like you can just say image button, and then you can access this click event, which is exactly same as your buttons that we talked about in last video. So you can totally convert your images into image buttons. I'm gonna copy this and paste it here to show the download approach of showing images. So I have already found this Apple logo on internet, and I'm gonna copy this link and paste it here and call it as Apple logo and run this. So the disadvantage with this approach is whenever the screen loads, it goes and accesses internet and pulls that image and shows on the screen. That could slow down your page. But the way you can fix this is you can dynamically add your image from code behind and set cache. You can enable cache for your images, so that it doesn't take that much time in loading the images. You can see our Apple image from the internet is showing now on the screen. The sizes of the images are not right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna set width request to 600 and height request to 200. And I'm gonna mention the same thing for our intended image. So when I run this, it should show the same height and width for both the images. Cool, there you go. It looks nice now. So let's just jump on the last approach. In last approach, what we have to do is I'm gonna add an image in my core project, the main project. I'll copy the Xamarin logo and paste it in this project. And so the way you can access this image is you'll have to push this image on Android and iOS or whatever device that you're building application for. So first thing that you have to go in property and set the build action to embedded resource. And then what we need here is we need an extension which binds the image from the current project and pushes it on Android and iOS. I'm gonna copy that extension from here, from Xamarin documentation. I'm gonna copy that class and paste it in the video description, so you don't have to type. I'm gonna make this a new class and I will copy this class in my project. I will explain you what this class does. Copy this class and paste it here. I will have to pull some namespaces in the page here to make it work right. Awesome. So what this extension does is this extension takes the file path in the current project. It looks for that file and converts into an image and sends it back to the control. So what we're going to do is we're going to bind this image extension to a controller image control, so that and pass the file name, the Xamarin logo, so that it will pull that image and bind it to our control. Before we do that, we need to make sure that we have access to our application here. I'm gonna set this local variable to Xamarin app, which is my project, and then this third image, I'm going to say local image resource and Xamarin app, that is my project name, and Xamarin underscore logo dot png is my file name, and I'm gonna call it as Xamarin. We might not see this label because it might get cut in the bottom. Okay, all right, so let's run this and see how it looks like. Cool. You can see the Windows logo, you can see the Apple logo and the Xamarin logo. You can't see the label because it's you might have to add a scroll view. Let's just go ahead and add a scroll view here to show you how it looks like. Scroll view, and I'm going to add this stack layout in the scroll view. Awesome. I'll run it. And then you can scroll and see your images. All right, so that's how you add images into Xamarin project. Next, I'm going to talk about checkboxes. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.